Welcome to the Sovereign Temples channel. My name is Casey Christine, and this is going to be a short meditation with our breath. This is something that is really the number one thing that we can remember to call upon for assisting us with deepening into higher states of consciousness. Our breath, to be inspired, is to be in spirit. And every single time we get more intentional on our breath, magic can happen. Pioneers in the fields of consciousness, such as Joe Dispenza, explains it in certain ways. I really love working with shamanic teachers that are really into the ancient Egyptian alchemy as well. And something that I have realized is if I can look at my spine like a pump and also kind of my lungs, I want you to think about a picture of an old well and how you'd be standing up and pumping it, in order to get the water to lift. Well, think about that as this pressure, right? And there's so many pumps where if you add pumps to it, you're adding pressure to it. And this is not about a forced pressure. It's about a systematic, mathematical pressure that can raise energy when pressure builds, right? Same things with how storms, these huge storms happen. It's a building of pressure. And so what we can really allow ourselves to do is come into just our inner world where we close our eyes. So I'm just going to invite you to create that space. Maybe you need to pause this for a minute. But the alchemical practice of raising our energy is when you can have this orgasmic bliss within you. I also believe fully it is why people experience lower back pain and hip, is they are not letting their energy that is ready and willing to rise, and there is a resistance factor. But if you just begin to see your spine, I just want you to picture your spine. A teacher of mine, and I believe Joe Dispenza possibly as well, the pranic center, the pranic tube. It is literally the channel through which our life force is flowing. So you just want to have that in your mind. Use your imagination. You can look at the screen. Here's a spine, a healthy spine. And if you close your eyes, can you still picture that? Yes, even if you can't see it. So now I'm going to invite you to really see your own spine and that tailbone, that base, that root of your spine, right? The bones. But now I want you to think about your muscles and your pelvic floor. That sexual energy, right? And where we actually have intercourse in that root, where that opening to allow for sexual or to place your energy, right? If you're male or female, to seed it or to receive. there is a swirling energy at your pelvic floor. Again, many different names: Shakti, Kundalini, Sikkim. And this is what you're going to be pumping up your spinal column. So again, just picturing this pelvic floor center. There's some muscles like at your perineum, right? And that perineum, that space between your genitals and your anus. And just picture the inside of your body and this swirling, like almost like a hurricane. And it's like swirling at that pelvic floor center. I'm just breathing in to this area. And I'm going to just say, breathe in through your perineum. Picture just this hurricane force, because it is, this swirling, and every single time you breathe in, just see it swirling even faster and getting stronger in through the perineum. Taking deep breaths in through the perineum. And let's just do this for about 30 seconds. And I promise you can use this for all of your meditations, and it's powerful. Seeing that energy swirling at that pelvic floor as you're breathing in through your perineum. Making sure that when we're breathing in, our bellies are expanding, and breathing out, that navel back to our spine. Still also seeing that energy while you are allowing yourself to do two things at once, which is making sure that flow is when we are breathing in through our perineum, our belly is expanding, and when we are breathing out and pumping, our belly button is going back towards our spine. This is your pranic pump. Maybe even allowing yourself to get even more intentional and more deep, nothing forced, with this now. Seeing the swirling of your life force at your pelvic floor, breathing in through your perineum. When we inspire, belly expands out. When we inspire and we're pumping that energy, belly button back towards our spine. And now on your next breath, when you exhale and that belly button goes back towards your spine, you want to pump that life force into your spine. So now when you're breathing, belly expanding into that perineum, exhaling. As you are seeing the exhale, you're seeing the swirling hurricane, right, image going into your spine, into your pranic center. Just allow yourself to picture it. Use your imagination. You know what a hurricane looks like. Those winds, that breath. Seeing that energy on the exhale into the spine. Breathing in, seeing the swirling at the pelvic floor. Breathing out, belly button into spine, pumping that energy into the spinal column. I'm going to invite you now to slow down with it. And after you pump it in as you start your exhale, let your exhale carry that energy all the way up into the center of your mind. So you are breathing in through your perineum, the swirling life force energy. You are exhaling it into the spine, up the spine it goes, into the center of your mind, your pineal gland, the God gland, and then see it swirling in there. So allow yourself to be slow and steady now, breathing in through the perineum, swirling that energy. On your slow belly button to spine exhale, it is climbing into your third eye area. And as long as you don't have any type of medical contraindications for holding your breath, you want to add some holds now. When that exhale gets to the top of your head, you can also hold as you are breathing in after. So do your next exhale. Exhaling fully, taking in a slow, long, deep breath through your perineum, and then holding when you get to the top of that breath, holding for about 4 seconds. And then on that slow exhale, letting that life force climb up your spine into your third eye, center of your head, and holding for 4 as you see it swirling, or until you are no longer comfortable holding. And then seeing that breath that you're breathing out actually being recycled as then what you breathe in through your perineum. I will leave the music on, but just allow yourself to continue this process, practicing the hold, practicing seeing the exhale from you after the energy has pooled in your third eye, recycling back as you breathe it through your perineum. After you have breathed in that energy, holding your breath and allowing it to swirl on your pelvic floor, pumping it through your exhale, belly button to spine, all the way up your pranic channel into the third eye, and then holding and allowing it to swirl. Enjoy practicing this powerful flow within your channel. And I look forward to more of this in the future, but allow your higher self to be your guide, to continue to assist you in practicing this over the next 5 minutes.